It's just, honestly, nothing makes me any more happier. But yeah. I've been able to accept my diagnosis because honestly, it's social media. It just made me feel like I was beautiful regardless of having a disability or not. So again, this goes back to me making videos on YouTube. It's just my community supports me and it took me a long way. So yeah. So I think one way, like for me personally, I feel like I am living a fulfilling life in that I stopped caring about what other people think about me, and that goes a very long way. So I feel like for others watching this right now, I hope you know to just not, I know it's easier said than done, but just stop focusing on people pleasing because that's what's going to stand in your way of happiness and of everything that you're experiencing in your life. And yeah. So one way you can accept this new life is just understanding that incontinence does not define you, it refines you. And yeah. So for me, with shortly after my MS diagnosis is when I started to experience incontinence, right? And I did nothing about it. I would just wear like the lady undergarments. And I would always like just soak it outside in public. And it was just very embarrassing. So in my mind, I was just like, okay, you know what? I can't keep doing this because I'm like, it came a point where I started fear being outside because I was going to wet my clothes. So then I was like, okay, maybe I could maybe wear a pad. So I wore one of those incontinence pads because I felt like it would do something for me, right? But it did like the very, very bare minimum. And why that was is because I wasn't having leaks. I was having like full out pees and stuff. And it took me a while. So it took me about like another 2 years to finally be okay with wearing a pull-up. And when I finally was okay with the pull-up, I realized that wasn't holding enough for me either. It was better than the pads, but the pull-ups was what I wore for teacher's college. And I was able to teach lessons while wearing a pull-up, and it was great. And then I got into wearing the adult diapers. That took me 2 years after experiencing incontinence. And wearing the adult diapers, honestly, was the biggest game changer for me because it allowed me to not fear being outside. Like, I hated fearing being outside because it was like before university even before my diagnosis, I feared being outside because I was being bullied a lot. But now it was like I was fearing being outside because I was going to wet my bottoms. And it just didn't feel right because I didn't feel like a lot of people were going through it. So wearing the diapers just took me a long way because it allowed me to just put on a diaper, and if I needed to pee, I could pee and even smile and not be so stressed out about it because, yeah, I mean, only for the premium diapers, but yeah, that was just, it's been a big game changer for me, but... So one reason I've chosen a diaper over a catheter is because a diaper is a lot more comfortable for me. Because with a catheter, as a lady, I have to sit on the catheter because I've been through that last year where I had to use a catheter because I forgot how to pee. So I had to use a catheter for 2 days. And it was just traumatizing for me because it wasn't fun. It was very uncomfortable. Just even sitting with the catheter in and just even having it put in your crotch too. I didn't like it. It just felt very weird. And then also too, I was on my period and it wasn't very comfortable. But with a diaper, it's like, it's more comforting where it's like, you don't have to think about pain or any of that. You just have to sit there, use the diaper, and that's all you have to do. But with the catheter, you also have to think about the UTI that follows shortly after the catheter removal, and that was not fun. So, yeah. I could tell a diaper is high quality when I don't need to change it the moment I wet it. I can also tell a diaper is high quality when the tabs are just not garbage and they're pretty good. Another one being if it could just absorb a lot, that would be very helpful too with my confidence as well. And just knowing that I can be outside, not having to worry about if a diaper is going to leak. The comfort of a diaper also is able to tell me if a diaper is going to be high quality. Because if a diaper is not comfortable at all, it's probably not a high quality diaper. Even with the size of diapers, it's not necessarily it being like a high quality diaper. But it's just I like when diapers are come in extra smalls because extra smalls fit me, and the size smalls, mediums, and like the larger sizes don't fit me correctly. And at that point, it's like, how can I make a judgment of a diaper being high quality if it just doesn't fit me, right? But then it's like people need to make more extra small diapers, so then that way I can answer this question a little bit more better. But yeah. So for me, the way I chose what was going to be best for me, honestly, it was through my YouTube channel. Just building that community was very helpful because even when I would try on diapers on my videos, people would always recommend certain diapers to try out, and then I would give them a try and see how I felt about them, and that's how I was able to tell which ones were good and which ones weren't.